Thanks, you guys. Will you please, hey, how are you, my love, my sweetness? Will you please hit the like button on this video as you come on? It really helps the channel and a few other things. I just want to say how much I appreciate each and every one of you for your subscribes. I didn't even set up, I wasn't even going to do a read, but for all of you who have subscribed to the channel, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Thank you for all your lovely comments. I rarely get a negative comment here or my other YouTube channel, and that really means a lot to my heart. Thank you for everyone who has purchased a private reading. If you want to help the channel, you can click on the commercials in the beginning of this video for like a minute, or any of the videos. You can actually go down and watch the commercials for a minute or click on the ad. That actually helps my channel. What else? Private readings. I'm opening up private readings again. I had an experience today and I want to share it with all of you. But I'm opening up private... Chlorella, my apologies. I was eating some chlorella. Hang on, you guys. That's hilarious. Hang on. Okay, so hi Ricky, how are you? Hi Carolyn, hi Angel. So private readings, those of you who are new to the channel, I am Andrea Cox, the Detox Intuitive. I am an intuitive healer, a detox specialist, a bit of a medicine woman. I am into medicinal herbs, roots, things of that nature. I have a second YouTube channel here on YouTube called Andrea Cox TV. I'm very well known in the plant-based industry, the detox industry, the herb industry, all of that. So if you'd like, you can also go and subscribe to Andrea Cox TV. That really helps me out when you guys do that. Quick announcement, at the end of the month, that's not a link. If someone could grab the link to that YouTube channel and post it in the comments, I would greatly appreciate it. At the end of the month, I am holding a spiritual fasting retreat. It's going to be a small retreat here in San Diego. You are more than welcome to go to the Detox Intuitive, click on retreats and book the retreat. We have some openings. They will go fast. Those of you who really connect that your issues live within your tissues, you can definitely, come to cleanse the body, to open the third eye, so you're better able to trust within your intuition. Now, let's get started, shall we? Just ask your guides. I always call upon Jesus of Nazareth, God, universe, Spirit, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Mother Mary. Call on your guides. Ask them to guide you. This is going to be a very quick read. I want to share with all of you a little quick story that happened to me today. Oh goodness, is it raining? Oh, do I have to block someone or delete someone real quick? One moment. Okay, one moment, you guys. I think it's going to start raining. Is it raining? I want to share a quick story of something that happened today, and it's not the most positive story, but those of you who know, who have been following me for a while now, you know, if you're part of my tribe, that I've been going through some stuff lately. And it's definitely energy from someone I've dealt with. I know exactly who it is, so I don't even need to go there, who does not like to see me prosper. And there was another energy that kind of wanted to see how I was doing things in my new business so they could set up their own, and in my old business. So it's been a real trying time for me. So my tolerance for bullshit is about, I don't even think it's this much. I think it's probably about as thin as this card. Okay. All right. So I consider myself to be a very loving, empathic, giving person, but we all reach a point to where we feel that we've been taken from so much energetically that we have nothing else to give. And unless reciprocity is present, we will just be like, okay, I'm done. This was my life lesson. It was one of my life lessons because this happened in one of my relationships where I valued the person. We didn't value each other. Okay. We did not value each other. He didn't value me energetically, in the love and the compassion and the empathy and the care and the intimacy that I gave him every morning, every morning. The little tonics I made him, all the good stuff that I made him, he didn't value that. And I didn't value him in the way he took care of me. And he really did step up to the plate and um, introduced me to his family right away. Um, wanted me to meet his son right away, etc. It was a really beautiful, I spent Christmases with him, etc. So it was, and he honored me also in other ways. He was a huge giver, like, I mean, everything from my pink toothbrush to my car. So he was a huge giver. And I didn't value that side of him, and he didn't value the way I energetically gave to him. So we both, I'm sure he has a much more open heart now, and I have a much more, I'm much more receptive to reciprocity, and of course built my own business so I could be more self-sufficient and, take care of myself, etc. Well, today I had a girl that had bought an Akashic record reading. This is the reason the reading prices are going to go up, because of this type of person. This has nothing to do with what I just explained to you, but I had a girl who, she had bought an Akashic record reading. She was in Texas, and she got the reading. I actually spent an extra hour with her on the phone. I gave her a lot of advice about how to handle a legal situation she was going through. And she was a very narcissistic type energy. She sent me photos of her daughter and said it was her. It was weird, it was weird. It was a weird energy. I realized she was a very needy person and stopped answering her text messages because the influx was just fucking exhausting, right? There's a lesson to us as well, right? And so anyway, but I did the work for her. I did the work. When I do something that I say I'm going to do, I do it. And I did the work for her. And so today I see a refund in my PayPal account from this woman, right? This 30-something-year-old woman. And I send her a text. I'm like, are you serious? Like, I spent 2 hours with you on the phone. You were so happy. You thanked me for a month. What? And she goes, I can explain. I should just read you guys this bullshit. I should read you guys this bullshit just so you guys can laugh. Hang on one second. No, I'm going to let my phone charge. She's not worth actually getting my phone. So anyway, so she's like, this is the kind of low vibrational energy that I do not allow into my life, because she doesn't know how energy works. She doesn't know that when you take from a person in that way, your money will be taken tenfold. She doesn't know that so let me explain something about energy, okay? Whenever we take from another, whether it be sexually, whether it be financially, whether it be like her, where she got services and is claiming she didn't get the actual services, that will come back to her and slap her in her face 100-fold. I don't have to do shit. I do not have to do anything. Anything. I'll probably get 3 people booking a retreat tonight because this happened. Energetically, I'll be rewarded. So, like I said, my tolerance is about that thick. So I did let her kind of have my feeling. She's like, "Oh, I fixed it with PayPal, blah, wah, 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 wah." Well, no, you didn't, because PayPal connects to the seller right away and says, "Okay, they've fixed it." So I've been with PayPal 13 years. I have a really good standing with PayPal. When someone does something like that, it's a huge slap on the wrist for my business. So this little girl, she actually said, she's in her 30s, and she goes, "I used my mother's credit card." Can you imagine? This is a grown woman with children that owns an aesthetic, whatever, skincare, whatever. At any rate, I called her out, and now I'm releasing it. I might do a little repercussion, just, energetically. I hold a lot of power because of the things that I know, the way that I live my life cleanly, and the way I was brought up, the things I learned, and the fact that I have so much Scorpio, especially Moon in Scorpio is an extremely powerful person. So, you know, I'm not a spiteful person, but when someone plays dumb with me, and when I do a little research and find out that they play dumb a lot, it really, really pisses me off. So let me explain something to you. Energetically, every time you take from a person, you must give. For example, I gave this woman 2 hours of my time. Now she's taking back the payment for that, even though she said, "Oh, it was wonderful. I got so much out of it." So that is a thief. That's someone who is not being honest. If you guys have to watch the Pisces video that Sal did. You guys all know Eat, Pray, Love Tarot. The guy has like 200,000 subscribers for a reason. He did a video 3 days ago for Pisces, and it was extremely eye-awakening for me. It was like the veil had been lifted. It was like, oh, it was just like, whoa, like it was so incredibly energetically on point for what I needed to hear. He was talking about, he just literally, if you go and watch it, I think I shared it somewhere. I think I shared it on Twitter, actually. He said, "Okay, you need to get out of this. You've been in a relationship with a narcissist who has kept you in a secret relationship." That's exactly what he said. And sometimes it takes really hearing something for you to be like, oh, fuck, there's a first for everything. And yeah, this is exactly, what's been going on. And then you go back and you reflect on situations before and how you've never been in a situation like that. And you reflect on what happened, like the domino effect that happened that allowed yourself to actually allow yourself to be put in that type of situation, right? Someone bullshitting you, someone lying to several people at once, someone just playing the bullshit. And I had to look at the domino effect. I had to look at, okay, so I was in kind of a verbally abusive situation, but we loved each other. We at least were loyal to each other. We spent time with each other's family. There was an off balance because reciprocity wasn't giving. I wasn't pulling my weight financially, and he wasn't pulling his weight energetically. And then I got lonely, I got sad because X, Y, and Z happened. There was no closure, and I allowed myself to be manipulated by a master manipulator. Master. And because I'm really hard to manipulate. It's very hard to manipulate me. So, Saturn in retrograde has a way of us being able to see through the veil. And when I say see through the veil, I mean see through the veil. So when this person came over to my home about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that, it didn't energetically feel the same to me. It felt abusive. It did. And so I didn't trust my intuition in that moment. And I allowed myself to be fooled once again. And so I'm going to read something to you. Hang on. Hang on. I'm going to read what I shared on Instagram, because I realized that this situation was energetically draining to me and it was ruining my self-esteem, and it was coming from a person who not only stabbed his friend in the back because he was friends with someone I had been with for a period of years, but who really had been waiting for a way in. And it became very clear to me. So, Raw Chef Andrea on Instagram. I shared this photo that I took yesterday, which, yes, is in a bikini because I was getting my vitamin D. And I said, intimacy is sacred to me. I can count on one hand my intimate partners of this lifetime. That's very true. Very fucking true. And 3 of them I was engaged to. It's very true. High value there. High value. Intimacy is sacred to me. I can count on one hand my intimate partners of this lifetime. It truly is an exchange of sacred energy. Recently, I became intimate again. It took a lot of trust to get me to open myself up. It actually took a lot of manipulation to get me to open myself up. I'm laughing, you guys. I'm fucking laughing. Okay. I noticed for the first time in my life, I was feeling self-conscious. I wanted to hide my body instead of freely undressing in front of my lover. After deep contemplation, deep meditation, and a long meeting with my spiritual counselor, we discovered that it wasn't any repressed body image issues lying dormant. It was my self-esteem that was taking a severe beating due to not being treated authentically. Simply put, I was exhausting my soul while wasting precious energy stores with the person who saw my broken heart as a ticket to fulfill a long-standing fantasy. I'll tell you about that in a minute. It took me a while to wake up. It took me looking this person in the eyes a little over a week ago while listening to a scripted conversation and seeing through the dark shadow that I allowed into my personal space once again. It took me taking a deep peek into who was truly causing obstructions, destruction, and feelings of low self-worth in my life. This person was me. It took me looking at me. Digest that. It took me looking at myself. Why did I allow this bullshit in? Why did I allow this bullshit in? Not why did he do this to me? He did this for me. This taught me a very powerful lesson. I've always held myself in high regard, high respect, high value. How did I allow someone in that didn't even take the time to please me, to put the energy into even pleasing me? Right? Okay, let's go on. It took me a while to wake up. It took me looking this person in the eyes a little over a week ago while listening to a scripted conversation and seeing through the dark shadow that I allowed into my personal space once again. It took me taking a deep peek into who was truly causing obstructions, destruction, and feelings of low self-worth in my life. This person was me. I had let myself down by allowing everything I was against in. I had a long, cold look at myself after getting caught up in the seemingly good boy cloud that once again I allowed into my front door. I began asking myself really tough questions. Was this a person that wanted me to succeed? Was this a person trying to heal my broken heart? Or was this person in the process of lying to several women at once while steamrolling in the business realm? That's a whole nother story right there, and we're not going to get into that. As he walked in the door, I saw clearly. I saw the ego. I saw the lie. I felt the pain in my heart. I saw through the rehearsed script, very rehearsed. I saw the false pouty face when I said, I don't think it's a good idea for us to go upstairs. I saw the abuse of power and manipulation that followed. I saw the self-destruction in the fact that I was allowing no one else into my life while being hidden in this man's public life. Let me just read you the rest. I continued it below. So, okay. It took a lot for me to put the puzzle pieces together. It took me quite a bit of time to figure out why not one, but several women were attacking me on various levels within my business structure. The conclusion I came to was this. Whenever we allow a person into our life who creates facades of loyalty, we ourselves are compromising our own integrity. So at the end of the day, we have nowhere else to look but within. We have no one else to blame but ourselves, because if we believe the lie, if we bought into the script, I love that baby crying. She's talking baby talk. If we bought into the script, then we ourselves took part in a larger picture of planned deception. To any woman out there who has looked at me as the other woman, I'm sorry. I can honestly say I didn't know. I didn't fucking know. I did not know. I didn't know because I wouldn't do that to another woman. I didn't know. I hold myself as a high-value woman who would never cause harm to another female. To any woman out there who has looked at me as competition, I can honestly say I don't see competition around me. I simply do not see the world in this way. I am generally so focused on my own goals that I don't have time to look around me. And that's the truth. I'm so used to dealing with like stuff like that little brat earlier that needs her ass spanked and needs her credit card taken away by the credit card company. I'm so used to dealing with, keeping my own body straight, dealing with things that come in and out, dealing with clients. I don't have the time. What I see is women trying to regain their balance after allowing another to lure them into secret relationships. I see women being stalked and stalking other women on social media and in their personal life over men who aren't even worth losing an ounce of sleep over. Not even an ounce. Not even a moment. No sleep lost here. No sleep lost here. I see people cowering like children when asked real potent questions that need answered. They are answering with answers. That's specific to men. It is, you guys. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you're in a relationship with someone and you're like, so what about this, this, and this? And they're like, I don't want to talk about it. That's a coward. I don't really think there's anything for me to be ashamed of. The only shame I hold was blindfolding myself. The blindfold is on the floor. Please gather the dirty shoes you've brought into my pristine living room floor. I only want the best for you. I truly do. I truly love you. I truly only want the best for you. Please love yourself. Now, Raw Chef Andrea on Instagram. You can go pay that photo a visit and tell me what you think. That came from a place of pain, but more so also from a place of anger, because there was also a huge conflict of interest going on that I was unaware of. You know, when you don't know you're in a situation with someone who's involved with other people, when you know, hang on, who's this? Okay. Uh, if you guys comment like 100 times, I usually I hide your messages because it's too much energy coming through. Anyway, if you're in a situation with someone, this is my biggest peeve with people, and you don't know that they're putting their energy in other places. It could even just be like pretending they want someone with something with someone else. And then all of a sudden, you've got all these women in your sphere, and women are showing up on your people you may know on Facebook. I specifically asked this guy about one person in particular when we first met up. I said, you know, I'm sorry, but I'm very keen on the whole like social media thing. Why is this girl showing up on my social media fucking everywhere? And he's like, oh, you know, she just works for me and blah, blah, blah. And then another one started popping up. And so when that happens, it's it's not paranoid to be like, interesting. This is fucking interesting. Okay, so what do we have here? Am I being like put up on a pedestal and courted and X, Y, and Z? No. Am I being watched, looked into? Have I had a few clients sent my way that weren't real? Yes. I have to weigh what this really is. Is it someone who tries to gain control over others? Or is this a healthy situation and I've got it all backwards? So I really had to examine myself, and I had to look at the facts, the actual facts. Like, okay, what amount of respect has this person shown me? How does this person give to me? How long had this person been reaching out to me? How many years? Is this just like some kind of weird fantasy for him? Did this person go behind his friend's back and kind of stab him in the back? Like, I had to go through the facts, you know? And at the end of the day, I had to really make a conscious decision, like consciously, to, okay, today's a new day. I will not go down that road again ever. I will only open myself up to people who hold respect, hold value, place me on a pedestal like I place them, and are energetically aligned with what I want to create in my life, which is a stable foundation, a beautiful retreat center somewhere where I build it from the ground up and have people come to me to detox like I do here, only a place where I live, where I work, and I own it, etc. A beautiful business of spirituality and health, beautiful family, a loving family, and a family that communicates clearly, honestly, and effectively. The last thing I want or need in my life is a playboy. So I had to take a deep, conscious look at myself and then decide, but instead of closing my heart down, I'm going to immediately open my heart for business. My heart, not my body, my heart. I'm going to immediately allow people in that really value me and have a vested interest in me. I'm going to allow people in that give to me as I give to them. I'm going to allow people in that don't expect me to just please them and don't want to please me. I'm going to allow people in that energetically know how to love, that know what the word reciprocity means, that know how to court a woman. To say I'm disappointed, no, I'm disappointed in myself because I believed in the facade I was being told. And you have to be careful of that, women, especially, and men, especially with all the twin flame soulmate shit going on. Like, this was a person that was like, I dreamed you had my baby. I dreamed you this. I dreamed you said this. Some of the things he said were a little too knowing, like it was a little too personal. Like, I thought, okay, who's on my phone? Like, it was a little too personal. But at the end of the day, don't buy into the bullshit. And every guy has a little bit of bullshit with him. My ex had bullshit. The one before him had a lot of bullshit. Like, every guy has bullshit when they're trying to get in, when they're trying to get close to you. Every guy has that. The thing is I'm not a woman who conforms. I'm not a woman who you can really like buy, right? Or who you can screw around with. Action. Trust. Stop. So trust. This came up in a reading I did earlier for a client. And I really, why are so many of these getting X'd out? I can't help but to see the couple in this bubble with the trust and the nest on top of the bubble. And it's funny, it's like this duck is looking out from the outside in, but if this duck would just climb and get on top of this and get into that nest, because this duck is being divinely taken care of. Someone loves this little, is that a geese? Duck? Geese? I think these are geese. So it's like, okay, is someone waiting for the geese to get in the nest? Or is someone wanting, this is just very blossoming, 33 flower moon. So this woman is so creative. Things are just coming forward left and right. Extremes. Careful of extremes. I also feel a lot of us are becoming very, number 4, acceptance. There's a need to accept that something is over for this lifetime. And we'll see what that is. And I'm going to pull, this is going to be a special one, I can tell. Darkness, card number 40. Someone may be shining the dark. Wow, because they have no protection. Protection is in the reverse. One more card on that. Protection is in the reverse. Fruition in the reverse. Someone had dreams, and I feel like their dreams were stolen or shit on. One more card. Self-reflection, card number 17. 7 and a 1 is an 8. If your life path number 1, 7, or 8, you might want to, especially a 1, you might want to look into something that has to do with the stars, or this can often be full moon or new moon. Sorry about the chlorella on my hands, you guys. Work. just going to do a random reading. I feel like we have 4 groups. Let's do the action, acceptance. Something is over. We have the Empress and the Six of Cups. Someone was holding on to someone, 10 of Pentacles, and we have the Queen of Cups. And there's a work situation and a Fortune Fairy. Okay. So we have card number 4. This is the first scenario. A lot of doves right there. 2 people letting each other go. Something is over. We have the Empress card here. She is so abundant. She has her fruit in her basket. She looks a little depressed. Just got real light out all of a sudden. Real light out. Maybe someone's shining a light on something. Someone looks a little depressed. I feel like someone was in the water, in their feelings. Someone could have been focused on work. 8 of Pentacles is working together. We have the 10 of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Cups and the Fortune Fairy. I feel like someone is owed something here. I feel like there has been, because we have work cards and Pentacle cards and we have 4 of Pentacles, someone's not going to let something go. Could be an idea. It could be a business. It could be someone is not going to let someone, I said someone. Some of you could be having trouble letting someone go. Others of you could be having, some of you could be having trouble letting a Queen of Cups go. Others of you could be having trouble letting a situation go. And I feel like it's related to work. Maybe someone didn't get a job or something. Whatever this job is, I feel like it would have been a lot of money, but there would have been a lot of control involved. Someone builds things on hierarchies, not on, it's like they're on the pyramid scale, right? People who are infatuated with pyramids, it's like they like people at the bottom and people at the top. Very narcissistic energy. Not everything's like that. I've said this time and time again, when you build off someone else's back, the building will crumble. It doesn't matter how much capital you have, how much energy you put into a project. When you build off someone's back, the building will crumble. And I feel like that's the scenario we have here. I do see the Queen of Cups becoming the Fortune Fairy because she maybe won't let something go. Could be a work situation in a 10 of Pentacles. I feel someone's money was affected in a situation. The Empress, I feel, is a male energy. 6 of Cups in their feelings and their emotions. I'll just clarify the male energy real quick. Ooh. The King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag, male, or someone with this in their chart. Give me one more card. We have a Virgo energy and a young Sagittarius, Aries, Leo energy, and a young Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. And someone has got someone by the balls. They have got someone by the balls. These 2 guys look familiar, don't they? They do look familiar. So you could be dealing with 2 of Swords, Knight of Swords, a younger air sign. Then we have a Virgo energy. I feel like this is a male energy, or it could be a female with Aries, Leo, Sag in their chart. Someone with heavy Virgo, heavy Aries, Leo, Sag. Give me one more card on this Fortune Fairy, Queen of Cups. She could be a spiritual teacher, she or he, Hierophant. Life renewed. Someone has got to have their freedom. They feel fucking controlled by, could be by a lover, Ace of Cups, or it could be a lover who's involved. This could be, it could be like a lesbian situation. We have a Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, but the cards aren't gender based. It's someone who there's been an ending with. This person could have Leo in their chart. We have the Strength card. And this person, this Queen of Wands, is causing a whole host of fucking problems in this woman's life. A whole host. They could have Leo and Virgo in their chart. Strong Leo and Virgo for me. Why do I feel Libra as well? We have the Emperor. Maybe they were involved with this dude. Anyway, let's get on to a more positive situation. We have Blossoming, card number 33, and card number 32, which is Trust. Someone could be pregnant. Someone's needing to trust someone more. This could be a situation where someone pays all the bills or something. Ace of Pentacles. We have a King of Pentacles. But then someone's full of jealousy because they know that someone is with them, but the person is really acting single. I feel like this energy is a male energy and this is a female energy. So someone's a King of Pentacles in a situation, but they're acting single. Give me one more card for that person. I feel like it's this. Wow. In secret, they're doing this. We have the Moon and the Knight of Wands reversed. The Lovers and the Knight of Pentacles. So maybe someone was stalking someone. What is blossoming? What is blossoming? Communication is blossoming about someone emotionally walking away. Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, King of Swords. So, and then we have the Four Wands of Stability. So this can be a number of situations. Keep in mind, the cards do not have to mean that the person is that sign. I show up like her all the time when I'm cutting someone out of my life. I can be extremely cruel with my words. I show up like her when I'm focused on business. I feel like this man here, could actually even be a woman, was trying to create four walls of stability. They could have been highly focused on work, or it could have been this woman. That's a hell of a sexy woman there. So however this resonates to you. But this guy isn't looking at either one of these women. He's looking elsewhere. It's, please verify the Queen of Pentacles for me. Thank you. Wow, 8 of Swords. Someone's got 8 swords in their back. So this is someone who shines a light on things. The Sun. The 10 of Cups. So the 10 of Cups is the best card you can get in the deck with the 10 of Swords. So something that brought them so much pleasure, this King of Swords, has also brought them so much pain. Let's verify the Queen of Swords. Someone's in their head. I think this Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles is the same person. Shadow side, someone's letting their shadow side out. They are looking at this person like, you've got to be kidding me. This could be a male. The Queen of Swords could be a male, actually. One more. Learning about reciprocity. So the Queen of Swords is, I think it's a male learning about reciprocity. Give me the King of Swords. He's scared. Wow, the High Priestess card of Pisces. King of Swords. Pisces. Someone had a rebirth and they're popping off at the mouth. Jesus, King of Swords. These cards are not gender-based, okay? Wow. We have the single female card. Someone's choosing to be single. We have the High Priestess, card of Pisces. We also have the Star card, card of Aquarius. Someone's got, whoever this is, has heavy burdens, heavy burdens. I feel like this person gave way too much of themselves, only for someone else to feel victory and get all the reciprocity. That's how I feel. So love is not a win or a lose. Love is a learning experience. But anything that is not equal in reciprocity is not a learning experience. It is a life lesson to not be repeated. Did you hear me? It is a life lesson to not be fucking repeated. Lewis needs out. You'll excuse me. The dogs come first. Excuse me. Oh, go potty. He said go potty. He's a good boy. I just saw the most beautiful white dove. It was so pretty. Okay. So let's do this beautiful dancer here. Action. 15. Action. I feel like this is work related. I feel like some of you could be pregnant too. Wow. We have temperance. Someone's been really patient. Someone either has a lot of ideas or they're in their head. Someone feels the 10 of swords and the 10 of cups again. Knight of Pentacles. This is someone who wants to start something. Who do they want to start it with? Thank you. Someone who has a broken heart and is feeling victorious. To me, that's someone in their ego. If you're a Sagittarius dealing with this energy, this is someone who's in their ego. This can be a male. It doesn't have to be a female. It's also a stalker, someone who was stalking someone. They could have been stalking this moon card of Pisces, or vice versa. Very, oh my God, excuse me. Hey. Come. Lewis is the reason I don't have children, because I would be scared that they would cry and I wouldn't, like, I don't know, like that they would never stop. No, I'm just kidding. Fortune fairy. So in this scenario, we've got Sag, we've got Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Someone's money hungry. Someone's money hungry. I think we had Leo, Sag. We have the sun sign of whoever this is. Leo wanted to pop out again. Yeah, I do feel like someone's trying to get pregnant for some kind of like financial, fortune fairy. Be very careful, you guys. Be very careful. Bottom of the deck, we have the King of Cups. Behind that, we have the Five of Wands. Some of you, I'm just going to say it, are about to enter into long karmic cycles, because what we enter into now, we're in for the next 12 years. So I feel like some of you had found like your true partner, like the person you were supposed to be with and make it work with in this world. And I feel like outside influence really fucked that up. I do. However you want to look at it. It could have been your own outside influence of being a total weird ass stalker. It could have been someone else's, screwing around that brought other females into your space and they were doing the stalking. It could have been a work situation. It could have been anything. But I feel like some of you are going to come to the realization when it's too late that you were with your person and you didn't either put the effort in or, we can be with a person too that's not healthy enough to be with us. I've been there. I've been in that situation more than I would like to admit. I almost said more than I would like to commit. Actually, that's true, more than I'd like to commit. With one person, it was like a blessing in disguise. It was an engagement, and the person was just pot smoker galore. I'm sorry, this is a client, and I need to see this because she's my favorite client. She's going through some stuff, and I'm guiding her. She's a very special soul. She's going to be married within a year. That one is going to be married. I don't want to say her first name. She's from Trinidad. She's going to be married. And she's going to be married because she's not a fucking doormat. Okay? Men don't marry doormats. Men do not marry doormats. Men don't marry doormats. And I've trained many men not to marry a doormat. They don't. So you have to really step up your game in a way that is kind, but also demanding of respect. Demanding of respect. Okay. Fruition, darkness, and protection in reverse. Okay. So this, what is this? What is this bird, you guys? Is that a hummingbird? This came out in reverse. So someone's protection is gone. Someone could have a totem animal as a hummingbird. This woman's being carried by this hummingbird. Card number 24, and that is reversed. 42, 24, 42. We have fruition. This is an ending to something. This came out in reverse too, so maybe something isn't ending. And then we have darkness, number 40, and we have that little bunny rabbit looking into the light of the moon. I feel like someone is a bit witchy, and they're hiding their true gifts. They're hiding their true gifts because, in the olden days, witches were hung. Witches were hung. We have the Magician on the card of protection reversed. Someone's hurting, or someone could be sick. We have the Ten of Pentacles on the card of fruition. Yeah, that's flying out. We have the Queen of Cups on the card of darkness. Whoa. We have King of Cups and Knight of Swords there. Empress on the bottom of the deck. Cards aren't gender-based. They don't have to, this doesn't have to resemble any two people. King and Queen of Cups, quite a pair, aren't they? Falling on darkness. Magician, Knight of Swords. Someone's led by birds or something. Ten of Pentacles. I'm actually going to grab a different deck to clarify these so that the same card could come out as a clarifier. Please, this is a new deck. It's an absolutely stunning deck. Please verify the Queen of Cups, clarify the Queen of Cups, Five of Cups. Someone has felt really in their emotions, really left out, really ignored, really feels like shit. Eight of Pentacles, so they've been working their ass off. And I feel like for someone, we have the King of Cups and the Knight of Cups with the Two of Wands. Someone could have been putting energy in elsewhere. I feel like this is on the King of Cups. Give me one more. No, give me two cards for the Magician. This one wants to pop out. Queen of Swords. The Magician is cutting this out. That is the card of Gemini. Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Knight of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Could be someone younger or just young at heart. Give me a card for the Knight of Swords. Someone could be in a relationship that could be, I don't know. Wow. Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. Chariot, Cancerian energy, Two of Cups. Some of you could be returning to a karmic situation. I'm like biting my skin. What the hell? Three of Swords. There's a lot of heartache here. The Sun card, card of Leo. I feel a lot of heartache and a lot of love. I'm not going to bullshit. I also feel a very long road of someone needing to grow up to show this Queen of Wands the respect she needs. Take it as you will. Look, I have an ex-Gemini that was once involved with the Leo, so this isn't like actually comforting for me to say, but I'm just being really honest here, and you have to be able to separate yourself from a reading and be honest in a reading, and this is what I'm doing. I do feel like we have someone who regrets treating someone poorly. But we have a Queen of Swords and a Queen of Wands here. So the Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, female. The Chariot, which could be a Cancer, Gemini cusper, moving away from this Queen of Swords towards this Queen of Wands that he feels the Two of Cups for. So I feel like we have a Gemini male going between an air sign and a fire sign. Could be a Leo. I want to clarify this Queen of Wands. Thank you. Ooh, the Sun, Leo, told ya. I have to say that this particular person, this Leo, this Queen of Wands, this could be for a large group of you, has put a lot of effort into this energy right here. A lot. And so if they have the Two of Cups, it's very deserving. It's very deserving. And that's all I want to say about that. We have the Magician down here again. It is what it is, folks. Release and let go. Release and let go. If you're cross-watching for like a Gemini or something and this hurts you, release and let go. Let people live out their karma, you know? Give me a card for this Queen of Cups. Give me a card for this Ten of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles on the Ten of Pentacles. Something needs to come into fruition here. Page of Swords, younger air sign. That person has a smirk on their face. Eight of Wands, communication. I'm going to take this and put it back. The Hierophant, Taurus energy. The Devil, Capricorn energy. You got a younger air sign that looks like they are just devious. Maybe they were communicating with the Hierophant came out. That's a spiritual teacher. It's a Taurus energy. It's someone who has conservative values, but who are they communicating with? They may be communicating with the Knight of Pentacles who may have a drinking problem. This person takes leaps without looking where he's leaping. I feel like this is a karmic relationship between a younger air sign and an older air sign. Take it as you will. The Fool comes out as the King of Wands. And they're in a situation where they need to provide justice to someone. So they need to give someone justice. It could be a legal situation or there's something going on here. It feels very familiar, actually. Give me another one for this lovely Queen of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune. The wheel is going to spin in this queen's favor. The Eight of Cups. Okay, that's the emotionally walking away card. Three of Wands. Someone putting movement and action into something. Death and rebirth. Six of Wands. It's like a fruitless victory, a fruitless win. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, the Six of Wands on the Death card is like a fruitless victory. It's something that won't end up as much. This would be a Scorpio sun because we have the sun out here and the sun is shining in the direction of this. So you always want to look at the way the cards are facing. So shining a light. Give me one more for this King of Cups. I don't feel any. The Empress. Green with envy there. Three of Pentacles. Working together. Four of Swords, healing. Seven of Swords. After a betrayal, but I feel with the colors of these cards that the betrayal was done on this King of Cups side. Who was betrayed? Who was betrayed? Thank you. Wow. So someone was left out in the cold. And if you look, they were watering this tree. They were putting a lot of energy and effort into work. Give me one more. Thank you. And they were put in a Three of Cups situation and left with a broken heart. You don't want to look at like so there's the lady left out in the cold. That guy's helping her. What else is there? There's a dog just barking at her. And then she puts all the energy and effort into her work, only to be left with a Three of Cups and a Three of whatever situation. I want to know who is going to get this 10 of Pentacles. I'm actually going to kind of gather some of these cards up and put them back in. Who is ending up with, I do not like this younger air sign energy at all. Devious. I feel like someone blows a lot of fucking money too. Someone blows a lot of money. Someone could just have air in the 10th house. I don't want to say, or like, wow. Who's going to end up with the Hanged Man? So if you're a Pisces, you got some loot coming to you. And the King of Wands. After a Nine of Swords, after feeling really hurt. You have the Hierophant, that's a spiritual teacher. The 10 of Pentacles. I feel like the male energy, whoever the male energy is, they're a spiritual teacher. It's just unraveling. The Knight of Swords and the Tower. Someone coming in and throwing two people from the tower. And then we have the High Priestess. Well, she's got the fucking book, you know? The Hangman and High Priestess, two cards of Pisces. She's got the book. She also got a little green baby, a baby wrapped up in green. So some of you may be pregnant. One more for that high priestess. Someone who has a broken heart right now. It's also, it could be someone who has a lot of people looking up to them, but she's got an eagle on her shoulder, but I don't feel like she really cares. We also have a lot of women here. we have the high priestess who was clarified by someone who a lot of people look up to, and this person has a broken heart. We also have the death card of Scorpio. We also have a page of swords, a younger air sign who looks like she could just bring the whole entire house down with what she knows. This one looks like she could just bring the house down. Go ahead, bring it down, sister. Bring it down. And then we have the Empress who... So the Empress kills me, and we have the Two of Cups. The Empress kills me. So out of all three of these, I actually would not be afraid of this one the most, which usually Scorpio energy, they do shit on the DL that is just shady, but I've got a lot of Scorpio in my chart, so I wouldn't. This one looks a little freaking devious. If you're dealing with three women, I'm kind of rooting for this one, the Page of Swords, the young air sign, because she looks like she's a little crooked on the DL, and it's so like you wouldn't expect it, and I think it's kind of sweet. I do. I also feel like someone's rooting there or something. Someone's wanting someone to have a victory of some sort. I feel like this one's like prayed for. And then we have this Empress. Now, the thing with this Empress, this is a highly creative. So here's the Empress in this deck. She's got her fruit, her hair's in a braid, but she looks troubled, right? The Empress in this deck is different. This is why you should use different decks. She's carrying her heart in her hand, and she's like, okay, I'm fucking taking my heart. I'm out of here. I'm pissed off. I have a lot of green on me for growth, right? But I've stamped this bull with stars, so I've made someone stronger. Where's my shit? This one's ready for a piece of the pie. She's got a wand in one hand, her heart in another hand, and she's got spheres of ideas coming out of her head. And there's stars on her head and stars on this bull. I often, when I see this card, and I've heard other readers explain it like this, oh my God, the chlorella on my pinky, I'm so embarrassed. It's so green and disgusting. It's really good for you though. I'm on a fast. The stars on her head and the stars on this bull, I feel like whoever this star, this bull is, this person that's become stronger from this woman, has stolen her ideas because they're on her head and now they're stamped on him. I also see a symbol up here that's very important. I also feel like someone's going to go for some kind of something, and they're going to realize they made a huge mistake. She's got a corset on that's pretty tight. She's got a lot of wildflowers around her. This is who the high priestess is. But it looks like her garden is dying around her. And I feel like that's because I don't know, I just feel like two people went against what was, I don't know, what was written. But, you know, you got to go sometimes you have to go against what is written if you're not treated in the right way. I mean, come on, you guys. You have to go with the flow, right? So what? A divine union fucking ruined. That's okay. Let's just separate them in the deck and see where they end up, right? We'll put her on top. She'll become the Empress. We'll put her on top and leave her there. Hopefully that's for some of you. All right, you guys, listen, if this reading resonated with you, and or if you just want to send me some love or anything like that because of the little nightmare I had to deal with this morning, that's probably going to get her karma served to her on a beautiful green with envy plate. If you want to book a private reading, if this resonated, I would highly suggest the Twin Flame or Akashic Record. Those are the two types of readings that would go with this. Also, I have put up the monthly reading. It is $97. It is 1 hour long. It is of all the 12 zodiac signs. So the reason I do one reading as a monthly reading is because I feel like you get the most bang for your buck. It's $97 and you can listen to your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, your husband's sun, moon, and rising in Venus, your lover's sun, moon, and rising in Venus, the babysitter's sun, moon, and rising in Venus, your assistant that you're banging in the back. No, I'm just kidding. That was a joke. That was a joke. You guys, come on. Please love my funniness. I'm just being quirky and funny. I love you guys so much. I'm going to put on my flip-flops and head over to drop off a horrific contract I had to sign, and it just, I feel like I'm selling my soul to the frickin', it's just, I'm getting hives on my back. I don't even want to talk about it, but I'm going to go drop it off anyway. I'm going to do it. I love you guys so much. So if you guys are laughing, I'm like, the pool boys, sun, moon, and rising sign, your personal trainer, sun, moon, and rising sign, the guy that gives you the massage, his sun, moon, and rising sign, your sugar daddy, sun, moon, and rising sign, the guy who pays your, I'm fun. You guys, I'm playing with you. You guys know I like to have fun with you. Okay, here. Oh my God, all caps letters. This is hilarious. Everything I tell you guys not to do, and here I am, look. Look, you guys, I feel like we have 3 people in life, okay? 3 people. This is my true belief. I feel like we have a twin flame that is literally cut from the same cloth, where we're like the mirror image. When they're in their shadow, we're in ours. This is the person that we are technically supposed to be with, but the relationship is just so fucking hard that it takes 2 people being aware of the connection and actually making it work together as a team. There are soulmates who come in at certain times for certain reasons for a short period of time to help us learn valuable lessons. And those aren't always easy either. I mean, talk about sabotage. I feel like I have 10 swords I've been pulling out of my back for the last few months. And then we have our life partner. Our life partner is the person that we do spend our life with. And then there are karmic situations. Every situation will have karma. I definitely felt, I never felt karma. So here's the thing. Here's why I want to talk about this real quick. Here's why I don't like readers. And I literally delete a reader if they're like, oh, that's a karmic. That is a false bullshit thing to say. And I want to tell you why. You will know when a segment of time has come to end a relationship, okay? Could be for a year, could be for life, could be for a month, could be for a week until you realize the stupid fucking mistakes you made. You will know because you will all of a sudden feel a negative connection around that person where you once felt a very positive connection. You'll know something isn't balanced. So, for example, with I don't know, God, I could probably go through like 3 relationships. Um, with the person I spent 10 years with, I just realized one day I wasn't in love anymore, and every day became a dark day. Um, with a person, that I spent a couple years with, we had such passion towards one another and such, like, deep emotion and fighting. It was, like, fighting galore, like, we coulda killed each other. I mean, it was bad. It was it was bad. But the passion was so good. But one day, we both came together and we were both like, this feels weird. I knew that his mind or something was elsewhere, either in the past or was something had shifted. And so that was a karmic sign to me. And yes, he did try to come back several times, twice actually, like really hard. But that was a sign that that situation needed to end for a time. Could we have gotten back together and made it work? Of course. But we seemed to be tied up in different things. Every time one wanted to come back, the other was tied up in something, and vice versa. So that means there is a divine purpose, right? With a soulmate situation, I always felt positive with him, even though I knew he's kind of shady and trying to play me. I could see through him, and I always felt positive with him. And then when he came over 2 weeks ago, it was just a negative experience for me. It was like I was like, "Oh my god, I feel like I literally felt like someone needed to plug me in to recharge me." And that was a sign that reciprocity wasn't being given equally, and that I just didn't feel good about him anymore. It didn't feel like equal giving and receiving. It didn't feel like I was getting my needs met. It made my self-esteem feel bad. I'm a very like confident person, like in a bikini or naked or whatever, and I don't feel confident around him. And I realized this was after 2 hours on the phone with my spiritual teacher. She said, you need to stop looking at yourself because you're confident around everyone else. You're confident in a bikini at the beach. You're not confident because he's not fulfilling your needs. There's no reciprocity here. And I was like, oh my God. And that's what I wasn't doing to someone else. So when we see things from an above picture and the way we've treated other people, things seem to make sense. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Be well. Bye bye.